Anthony Herbig here with another fall sports season preview. We're joined by someone who I think is going for the record for most coaches corner on YSN. Toni Chahine, the head coach of the Cardinal Mooney volleyball team. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us again.
Thank you for having me.
It's volleyball mode now. We're switching gears. Had you on for lacrosse season. Here we go into the gym. Before we talk about all the excitement for this season, kind of want to recap last year, some of the things that you think this team learned a lot, and some of the things that you're hoping the returning players can take from last year's team.
Last year, we're going to call an average season. I feel like the last 2 years have kind of both been a little bit average of seasons. And so we're looking to definitely build on that this year. The motto going into this year is just simply that we have to work harder. We have a loaded schedule all the time. We don't face many easy opponents, if any at all. And so they have to know that they have to work for every single point, every single game. And that is definitely what we're trying to do this year.
Coming into this year, I mean, you've had a good summer. You've had a couple of weeks now with the mandatory practices. Have you seen that work ethic go up a lot in your squad?
Yeah, definitely. In the summer, I feel like they're just starting to get used to each other. We have a lot of new girls up on the varsity team, and so they had to get comfortable with one another. But definitely since August 1st has hit and we can be in the gym more consistently, I have seen an improvement in their energy. I've seen an improvement in their hustle and definitely their overall work ethic.
Let's meet this team. Let's go through the roster and some new faces I know you have, but also some familiar faces we can shout out as well.
So I have 7 seniors this year, which is a lot. But some of them are honestly new to the varsity floor. But coming back is Jada Lane. You'll hear her name a lot, hopefully, this season. She has had a fantastic summer. She's done a really good job leading the team this year. Brinkley Bear is back. Brinkley transferred from Canfield last year. We had her for the whole year, and then we weren't allowed to have her for playoffs, unfortunately. So we're excited that we have her full go this year. She is an outside hitter for us, but we're also experimenting with her playing 6 rotations right now, and she's done a really nice job. Sam Bertuno is stepping up this year as our other outside hitter. She has had a fantastic summer too, really improves with her ball control, her decision-making. She might look small, but she can jump through the gym and has such great power behind her swing, so she's done a nice job. And then Olivia McElrath, she is going to be a right side hitter for us. And then I have 3 seniors who you can see in the back row, Leah Marcello, Tegan Loftus, and Anaya Toni. I have 4 juniors that will be on varsity. Natalie Blasco is back. Natalie was our setter last year. We're still experimenting with a 5-1 and a 6-2, but right now Natalie's playing defense for us. She has great speed about her. I love her defensive knowledge. No ball is kind of dead around her. And so she's done a good job for us on defense. Sophia Rotuno is stepping up to varsity, and she's going to be our libero this year. Again, great speed, good athleticism. Mia Rodriguez is going to be our right side hitter. She transferred from Struthers last year, so she's new to our varsity floor. Olivia Hetson is stepping up to be our second middle. And then I have a sophomore setter right now. Her name is Kaylin Rudinsky. She's done a really, really good job. We put a lot on her shoulders this summer, so she's handling it well. And then I also have 2 freshmen that might get some varsity time, Angela Batura and Olivia Scott. Both are outside hitters. Both are pretty good utility players.
A lot of talent on that list that you just went through, and a lot of familiar faces, and we're excited to see the new ones. Let's talk about the schedule that we'll be seeing them in. First, talk about the SVC and the conference you guys play in, and how important those games are, the rivalries that you have, and what you expect out of it this year.
The SVC is such a fun conference. It's small, but we always have competitive games. Obviously, there's the huge Mooney-Ursuline rivalry. I have been around a lot of sports. There's nothing like it. That game is always packed. That game is always – there's so many more elements to it besides us just playing volleyball. So we're definitely looking for revenge on them. They took 2 off us last year and won the conference, and so we're coming ready for them this year. We play East. Alex has done such a good job in improving her program there, and the girls have gotten ready. We saw them this summer. They look pretty good too. And then we obviously play Cheney. But out of conference, we have definitely amped up the schedule a little bit too.
Let's talk about that non-conference schedule, and you have a lot of room for that because your conference is so small. You get to really go and schedule a lot of good teams. Who pops up in your schedule that you're really excited about?
We're excited because this year we added McDonald. They're our second game of the season. They have such a great program. We were excited to test ourselves with them. And then we added Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. not sure what I'm getting myself into with that one, but we're definitely excited to try it. But we are really, again, looking for revenge on our schedule from last year. We have Western Reserve again, Columbiana. I'm pretty sure we play the entire AAC, which is a phenomenal conference. Crestview, South Range, Hubbard, and then we also added Camel this year, which will be a fun game.
When you think of all those games that you're having, and like you said, you want the work ethic and consistency to be there. I want to know the culture of this team that you're picking up on so far and the personality of this team. If you had to kind of describe your team to a complete stranger, what kind of are you picking up on the personality and the culture of this team right now?
We have so much personality on this team. I think with having 7 seniors, you get a lot of different personalities. We sat down actually the other day and we kind of came up with what our team culture is going to be. We talked about listening better, being active listeners. We're all here to learn, even if we are on the varsity court. We need to get better every single day in the gym in some capacity. Finding our focal points. Are we focusing on serve receive this scrimmage and seeing how we can get more balls consistently to target? So just kind of simplifying things and being more attentive to detail.
7 seniors means a lot of leadership in the room, and we know that everyone leads differently. Some people might lead vocally, some people might lead more by example. Who are some of your vocal leaders that you think are going to be like second coaches on the floor that you're going to lean on this year?
So I have designated Jada Lane and Sam Ratuno as kind of the floor captains. Jada has such a strong volleyball background. She plays year round. She plays for Infinity, which is a phenomenal club. And so we really need her to be able to catch these younger girls up IQ wise and pull them together in a game. And, she reads the floor well, tell them what spots are open. Because sometimes being on the sideline or being loud in a gym, they can't hear me. I don't want to waste the time out to tell them. So those things Jada knows, and those things we rely on her for. Sam is definitely the biggest vocal leader, the one who will pull the team together for any reason, to correct them, to encourage them, to give any form of feedback. She's done a really good job this summer in stepping into that role.
When you think leadership on the other end of the spectrum, those girls that just do everything the right way, they're the leaders by example. Who are some players that stand out in that aspect?
I think Brinkley has really, really strong fundamentals. I think that she leads by doing things correctly, especially as a hitter. She has a really great arm swing. So it's good for our freshmen to see, because, again, I have those 2 freshmen that are both outside hitters. So when Brinkley and Sam graduate, definitely looking for those 2 to step up. So she's a good role model in that aspect. Leah, Tegan, Olivia, Anaya, they're all hilarious. Tegan especially is our total energy captain. She is so funny. She's always getting the girls laughing, her and Olivia together. They definitely have a lot of personality.
You have a couple of weeks, I'm sure a couple of scrimmages before your first game. What are some things you want to accomplish and you see your team have before day one?
I want to see us have more confidence. I know that it's newer for a lot of them. I know a lot of them have not played together before. We stacked our summer with as many summer leagues and stuff as we could, just so we could get them playing with each other as much as possible. But I just want them to buy into themselves as well as the program, but it starts with them. I want them to have a sense of ownership in this program. That's what we talked about the other day, is what makes them in a sense. And so that's what I really, really want to see. I want to build on consistency, obviously, and just keep working hard to get better each practicing game.
All right, let's talk about your staff, the staff that you have behind you. We know that you don't do it alone. You get the interviews, but you have great people that are working with you. Talk about them and the people that make this volleyball program great.
So I added a new staff member this year. I'm really excited. His name is Jeff Walters. He's related to the legendary Phil Walters. So we're super excited to have his knowledge with us this year. And then I have Laura Markovich coming back. She's been with me for all my 3 years. She is my JV coach. She does a great job. The girls love her. So I'm excited to have her back too.
All right, Coach, now we want to give you the opportunity to give the community a shout out. When's the first time they can come see the Cardinals, especially in that home gym?
So our first game is August 22nd against Cheney. We open with an SVC matchup right away. We will be at Cheney. And then our first home game is Saturday, August 24th against McDonald, which should be a fun one.
That is going to be really fun. What kind of things are you expecting from the community and their support? I want you to be able to kind of give your selling point, I guess I should say, to your fans on why they should come watch this volleyball team.
I think this volleyball team is special. I told them this is a group that I'm truly, really excited about. Again, I've only been there for 3 years in this role. And so this is the group that I've kind of had since the younger days. So I think that this group is going to be high energy. I think they're not going to let a lot of balls fall around them. I think that they'll be really fun to watch.
And then we can't let you go without asking about the new role that you're in the assistant athletic director. Congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you.
But what's it like now coaching with also dealing with all the responsibilities that come with that?
I will say it's like kind of surprisingly a little bit easier. I was teaching in Warren before this, so I feel like I was like sprinting to get to practice on time, like finding time within my day of teaching 8-year-olds. Like there's no downtime in that. To like plan practice and figure out like if I can watch a little bit of film on one of my breaks or something. And so I actually think it's kind of been a little bit easier. I have practice and I can walk right over to my office and get the stuff done that I need to. And this is now my like main focus, which has kind of been nice.
You just weren't busy enough, were you?
Yeah, I know.
Coach, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about your volleyball season. We wish you the best of luck, and we'll be talking to you real soon.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.